Assalamu alaikum. My name is Fiza Heather and my partner is Maham Khan. Today, the topic of our presentation is ZigBee in relation to wireless communication networks. Now, what exactly is ZigBee? It is a wireless communication protocol and it is an IEEE 802.15.4 specification for a suite of high-level communication protocols used to create personal area networks. Coming to the use of ZigBee, wireless sensor networks uses many protocols like Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, ZigBee, etc. ZigBee is a protocol that is used for less distances as it has a short range of low data rate. Due to this, it also consumes very little power, up to 30 milliamperes on standby mode. The diagram shows the data packet structure for ZigBee. According to the IEEE 802.15.4 standard, ZigBee's MAC layer has 4 basic frames. First is the beacon frame, then the data frame, followed by the acknowledgement, and lastly the command frames. Beacon frame is used for the coordinator to transmit beacons. Data frame is used to store all data sent. Acknowledgement frames is used to confirm that it has successfully received the data that has just passed. And MAC command frames is used to set up and configure the client. The second is the physical layer that consists of 32-bit preamble, which serves to synchronize the system. Start of frame has a size of 8 bits, which serves as a marker of the end of preamble. ZigBee protocol, it has many advantages. It has a flexible structure and it consumes low power, due to which it has a long battery life. ZigBee applications are very easy to install and it supports large number of nodes. It is approximated that the protocol and support up to 6,500 nodes. It is very low cost and is reliable for personal area networks. Coming to the disadvantages of ZigBee, everything has a bright side and a downside. When talking about ZigBee, the biggest downside of the protocol is that it is so highly risky to be used for official private information. The ZigBee has low transmission rate and its replacement with ZigBee compliant appliances can be costly. It does not have many end devices available, yet it is not secure like Wi-Fi based secured systems. ZigBee is a type of LRWPAN technology and is built upon the lower layers of the IEEE 802.15.4 LRWPAN standard. While the 802.15.4 standard defines the lower level physical and media access control MAC layers, the ZigBee standard defines the higher level network and application layers as well as the security services. The top layer in the system model is where the customer application resides.
Now I'll be talking about the security enhancement of ZigBee. My name is Maham Khan. Even though from the security point of view, ZigBee protocol is very weak, we can make it strong via different security levels. These levels provide security on 3 different layers. The first is the MAC layer, followed by the network layer, and then the application layer. However, MAC layer is responsible for its own security, but the upper 2 layers determine which security level has to be used. The 4 security levels are cryptographic key establishment, key transport, frame protection, and lastly, device management. The central component of ZigBee security architecture is the ZigBee Trust Center, ZTC. All devices within a ZigBee network recognize and trust exactly one ZTC. The ZTC stores and distributes keys to ZigBee devices. The functions performed by the ZTC are trust management, network management, and configuration management. This is an example of networks deployed in an industrial enterprise environment. It is a conceptual example of an industrial enterprise environment employing some of the design principles presented. It shows several ZigBee networks that are segmented from each other and from the plant network using dedicated ports on a multi-port firewall. The multi-port firewall हेलो फिजा आवाज आ रही है
हाँ आ रही है क्या हुआ
पता नहीं बीच में मेरा नेट एक सेकंड This diagram shows several ZigBee networks that are segmented from each other from the plant network using dedicated ports on a multi-port firewall. Each network should be authenticating source MAC addresses and filtering access based on those addresses against access control lists. A separate network, segmented for security management, is shown to emphasize the importance of isolating and controlling platforms for performing network and device configuration. An intrusion detection system, IDS, on the wired network is used to monitor suspicious activity and alert on potential attacks. Small-scale fading occurs in many ZigBee technology. Small-scale fading refers to rapid fluctuations of the amplitudes, the phases, or multipath delays of a radio signal over a short period of time or travel distance. In small-scale fading, the received signal strength may vary by as much as 3 or 4 orders of magnitude when the receiver moves by a mere fraction order of a wavelength. The ZigBee network supports three kinds of topologies: the star topology, the tree topology, and the mesh topology. And each of them have different kinds of fading. Now we will be analyzing ZigBee performance in a 5G environment. The ZigBee network is widely studied and deployed recently because of its low cost and simplicity features. However, the power consumption issue needs a further improvement since the application requirements are not fully satisfied. The emerging 5G communication technology is characterized by the smarter devices and the native support for the M2M communication. On that basis, the 5G terminals are capable of joining the existing ZigBee networks and have the potential to improve the data transmission. A sample deployment is shown in this figure. Thanks to the inclusion of M2M communication function, the 5G terminals which locate within the coverage of the ZigBee networks are able to join the existing ZigBee networks. Compare with the ZigBee nodes, owing to the adequate energy, storage, processing, and bandwidth resources in the mobile services, they have the potential to improve the data transmission in the ZigBee network. Different from the existing relay or external node, note that the 5G terminal could also access the IP network. That means they are capable of communicating with the sync and management device directly without consuming the ZigBee bandwidth. And the ZigBee packets can be gathered and conveyed in the internet links. Since the 5G terminals which are able to join the ZigBee network have more sufficient resources, they have the potential to reduce the consumption of ZigBee nodes. Considering the different ways to utilize the 5G terminal, we have developed two scenarios. First is the 5G terminal work as coordinators, and in the second scenario, 5G terminals work as routers. However, work is still being carried out to connect both of them, but through these two scenarios, it is proved that this is not impossible. This brings us to the conclusion of our presentation, where we have thoroughly explained about ZigBee protocol and its futures. These are the references that we have used in making our presentation. Thank you very much.